Severe weather coverage for East Alabama and West Georgia on Dr. Don's Weather is powered by Southern Union State Community College, Alpha Insurance Agent Jamie Dukas, East Alabama Bee Company, and is brought to you in part by Southern Auction Solutions, Roger Bell Auto Brokers, Genesis Way Clinic in Roanoke, Jimmy Stevens Construction, Anchor Roofing, Auction 431 South, Town of Wadley, and Bama Diesel Repair. Now, from the Alpha Weather Center, here's Dr. Don.
All right, so welcome back to our coverage on Dr. Don's Weather. It's Friday, July 21st at 5:50 p.m. Central, and we have a new severe thunderstorm warning now. This is going to be for Cleburne County, and that's primarily going to be for this main core of storms that is moving through Calhoun County. Just moved through the Anniston area and is about to work into Cleburne County up here around Heflin and just north of Heflin. So the worst part of this storm will be between Heflin and Coldwater up here around Edwardsville when this line moves through. You folks over there at Muscadine, be ready for this heavy thunderstorm moving into Cleburne County. Sheila Feeney, you're going to get a little bit, but the heaviest part of this storm should stay north of the I-20 corridor, maybe from Heflin north as it moves off to the east. Cleburne, Calhoun, you're still under a severe thunderstorm warning for about 8 more minutes, but as soon as this line clears Calhoun and gets into Cleburne County, they're most likely going to clear Calhoun and northern Talladega County from this warning. So the warning remains in effect for 38 more minutes for folks up here in Cleburne County. So let's zoom back out, show you what's happening. Although Talladega, you've got another strong storm coming in over there on the western side of your county, just west of Talladega. That is not the storm that the National Weather Service is warning for. They're warning for this cell up here about to come into Cleburne County. Got another strong cell up there on the north end of Cleburne as well, from Piney Woods all the way back up to around Borden Springs, up there near Panther Stadium up in Cherokee County. And that's going to be moving on off to the east, eventually moving into Georgia as well. So the worst of this thunderstorm, the reason we have these two warnings up here, is going to be for this cell that's coming into Heflin, and we believe that will stay well north of the I-20 corridor. So I'm saying that because you folks down here in Ranburne should be fine unless the southern end of this line intensifies before it gets over there to you. And again, we have another strong storm coming into the Talladega area, though the Weather Service not warning on that one. If you look out I-20, it's pretty much a mess all the way back into Birmingham. Heavy storms now on the north side of Birmingham, back over toward Leeds and Pell City. And then as we look just to the west of Birmingham, we have southern Walker, northern Tuscaloosa, and western Jefferson now under a severe thunderstorm warning for a pretty nasty complex of thunderstorms stretching from about Summiton down into portions of Jefferson County and down into Tuscaloosa County out here on the west side of Birmingham. Looking back over here closer to home, we still have that heavy thunderstorm down in Harris County. That storm is encroaching on Hamilton at this hour, so it looked like it was headed for Pine Mountain, but it's moved a little further to the south. So heads up Hamilton. That's a pretty strong thunderstorm coming into your area there along Highway 116 and Highway 208. Though the Weather Service not issuing a warning on that, we think it's just below severe limits. The rest of East Alabama, you look pretty good at the moment. LaGrange, Troup County, you look good. Same with Chambers, Tallapoosa, Coosa. Clay County looking good, Randolph, and all of our West Georgia counties. Nothing going on at the moment, though you are still under that severe thunderstorm watch through midnight tonight. But I'm telling you, it won't last that long. As soon as we start losing the heating of the day, the watches will be canceled. And I think primarily the problem's going to be along the I-20 corridor, though we could have a rogue severe storm make it down into maybe Clay County and northern Randolph here in the next hour or so. We'll just have to watch that together and see how that develops. Mess over here in Atlanta. If you haven't heard, we have a flooding situation unfolding in downtown Atlanta as we've had well over 2 inches of rain now in Midtown and downtown Atlanta, and it is still pouring. Has been for over an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours now. So considerable flooding is a very high possibility in downtown Atlanta over the next several hours. So travel into downtown Atlanta is discouraged at this hour. And then if you're traveling out I-20, another very strong thunderstorm out there near Greensboro on I-20 or just north of Eatonton. That's moving to the southeast. So that's kind of a quick overview of where we are at this hour with our watches, warnings, and our severe weather situation. But zoom out, you can see there's a tremendous amount of rain continuing across North Alabama. The general motion on all of this is the entire system is working to the east, while the individual heavier thunderstorms are taking on a little bit more of a southeast motion. And I think that will continue throughout the remainder of this event. So yes, question there, which way are the storms moving? They're moving east-southeast. Looking at the screen, that would be from left to right. Alpha, hey, Jamie Dukas, we appreciate you, brother, because without you, we could not do this. You folks, you need to give Jamie a shot on your insurance. It doesn't cost a dime. All you got to do is get in touch with him. He can show you how much he can save you, and in a lot of cases, he can increase your coverage. And you're helping him out, and without him and all of the other partners that you see here on Dr. Don's Weather, we could not continue to do this. We depend on our partners to make this happen. So make sure that you support those who support you. That's the way it works. Question from Lily, is Roanoke or Rock Mills getting anything? Not at the moment. That could change. We're watching that stuff to the north up there that's coming into Talladega. I think the stuff that's in Cleburne and Calhoun certainly will stay north of Randolph County. It could skirt the extreme northern sections of Clay and Randolph, but I think we'll have to look at that stuff in Talladega and maybe even further west. The stuff we see over there along the I-20 corridor west of Birmingham might be what ends up giving us some rain across the rest of East Alabama and West Georgia, and that's still a considerable amount of time away. So for the foreseeable future, unless we have something that pops up, most of Clay, Randolph, Coosa, Tallapoosa, Chambers, Lee, you're all looking pretty good right now, and our West Georgia counties are in the same boat. Josh asking a question, will Tallapoosa get any bad weather? Don't know. You're under a severe thunderstorm watch officially until midnight tonight. So we've got plenty of opportunity for you to get some severe stuff. But at the moment, there's nothing there. We're watching all of this stuff back up to your northwest to see, does some of this fill in? Does it continue moving southeast? Does it hold together until it gets down there to Tallapoosa County? That's anybody's guess at the moment. There's really nothing to keep it from making it down there, but still a pretty good ways off. So we're just going to kind of have to watch this together as we go throughout the evening and know that there is that possibility that we could have severe weather move into all of our East Alabama and West Georgia counties before the evening is done. So that's what we're looking at right now, folks. So we're not going to stay on and do wall-to-wall at the moment because there really isn't any reason to. But if we do get more severe thunderstorm warnings, I'll come right back and we'll continue with our coverage and keep you updated. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning now, primarily for Cleburne County. We'll go back up there and touch that one more time before we take a break. And that's going to be from Chula Finney up to around Heflin. It's going to be for this line of thunderstorms. Let me just bring the radar current, and I'll show you. Basically from Mount Cheaha back over to Chula Finney, and then back up to Heflin, and then up to just west of Fruithurst. This is the line that the National Weather Service is warning for, and I can tell you right there around Heflin is most likely going to be the strongest part of this storm, because that's where we have a little bit of a bow taking place. And that's where we would expect to see, if we have 60 mile per hour or stronger winds, that's where we would expect it to be. Not to say it's not going to be windy down here around Chula Finney or all the way back down to Cheaha. It certainly could be. But the radar is telling us the strongest part of this storm is right there, just north of I-20, right along Highway 46, where 46 and 78 intersect there near Heflin. And so if you're in that area and over to the east over there around Abernathy, heads up. You've got a strong thunderstorm moving in your general direction. Rest of you looking good, except for downtown Atlanta, where we have a dangerous flooding event unfolding there because of excessive rainfall over the past hour, 2 hours in metro Atlanta. So if you're traveling over there, you might want to check ahead and consider not traveling into Atlanta, because my understanding, it's a mess in Midtown and in downtown Atlanta. Thank you, Cindy. Thank you, Kathy. Yeah, you're welcome, Josh. And we'll step aside, continue to monitor what's taking place, and we'll come back with frequent updates as we get more information from the National Weather Service, and we continue with severe weather coverage on Dr. Don's Weather.
Severe weather coverage for East Alabama and West Georgia on Dr. Don's Weather is powered by Southern Union State Community College, Alpha Insurance Agent Jamie Dukas, East Alabama B Company, and is brought to you in part by Southern Auction Solutions, Roger Bell Auto Brokers, Genesis Sway Clinic in Roanoke, Jimmy Stevens Construction, Anchor Roofing, Auction 431 South, Town of Wadley, and Bama Diesel Repair. We will continue to monitor the latest weather conditions across the area and return with updates as conditions warrant. This is Dr. Don's Weather,